Computer Money Talk here with another video, and I had did it, guys. I hit 800 subscribers, and I told y'all what I was gonna do when I hit 800. I'm gonna give like my ebook. I'm gonna give my ebooks to like 3 winners. So first place winner is gonna get like 3 ebooks for free. Second place 2 ebooks, and third place will be they'll be able to pick 1 ebook for free. And it will be any book of their choice. So how would this work? What will be the choices? And I'm gonna go over that. So I made 6 of these. I actually created this character years ago, like over a decade ago. But anyway, Nightfall. They're like a vigilante. Just think of a Batman, Green Arrow. So this character, her name is Esther. She seems like a normal high schooler, and she's rich. So you're probably saying that she's just a spoiled rich kid, but she's far from that. At night, she fights crime as Nightfall. She has no powers. Or does she? She basically took like this ninja serum, so she's peak human. In case y'all don't know what peak human is, it's like she's like as strong, fast, durable as it is humanly possible to be without being considered or classified as superhuman. Also, if she was in the real world, she would be superhuman. But if she was in like the comics, well, she'll be peak human. So this just introduces her. This is book 1, so it introduces the character Nightfall. You get a real in-depth who she is. And this is book 2. So this is like a violent kidnap. So a new girl in her school gets kidnapped while she's Nightfall, and she runs after them. She runs after the criminal. The main bad guy in this one, remember him because you're gonna see him again. He's on to be like a really sadistic character. His name's Jamal, but he's gonna change. His name's gonna change. I was gonna say that. Drug addict. So Esther, friend Megan, she has a friend named Megan. Remember Megan too. She's important in this universe. So Megan has a cousin that's like into drugs. He gets her into the drugs. So that's why I call it drug addict. So there's like this drug dealer. He's selling this drug on the streets. It's like really highly addicted. And Esther, aka Nightfall, has to stop this guy. She has to get this drug off the streets. Deathwing. So Deathwing, her first major villain is Deathwing. So what is special about Deathwing? He's an assassin, and his specialty is projectiles. So he's like Bullseye. He's good at throwing items. He grab a pencil and throw it into like a barrel of a gun. That's how good he is. Also, at one point in the story, he throws a knife at Esther. Esther dodges it, but then the knife bounces off. She thinks she dodged the knife, but it bounced off the wall and stabs her in the back. So that's how good he is at throwing things. You don't think you dodged the first throw, but then it could bounce back and hit you or stab you in that case. So Deathwing is just some assassin. So the next Nightfall book, I'm turning away because some of these I just don't want to show. Volume 5, Dark Sword. So Dark Sword, just think of Green Arrow's nemesis. What was it? Malcolm Merlin. That was his. That's what he was to Green Arrow. So this Dark Sword is that to Nightfall. So yes, she's nobody to mess with. She's going around killing people, business people. But at the end of the story, you find out who she is. The viewers will find out who she is, but Nightfall don't. For now, she will eventually, but as for right now, she doesn't know who this Dark Sword is. And this is the last one I published. Honestly, I do plan to make a lot more than 6, but it can be pretty costly editing these. So Rithrath, he's a gang member. He's violent. Just think of cartels. He takes a machete and he does things in this game. So he is violent. And Nightfall is going to face this guy. She is going to fight him. Cover it. Oh yeah. And about Nightfall, like I said, she's a character I just made like a decade ago. And a lot of people don't even know she exists. But it would be cool if people start actually getting to the story. It would be cool if it became like a series or a movie. Movie would be pretty cool too. If they ever made like a movie or series with Nightfall, I mean, I would love to get like parts. Also, they would need my permission to do that. And I'll be all for it if I get like partial payments or just make a cameo in the movie or the series. I mean, I'll be all for it if it ever was on the big screen or small screen. And my guy Danco, if he ever made a video why Nightfall versus Ray Callion from Outer Banks isn't even close, that'd be pretty cool to see. I'll watch it just to watch it. But Nightfall versus Ray Callion, that fight will not be close. Nightfall would destroy that boy. But this cover Agent Kent, yes, I named this character after me. So Cover Agent Kent he's a young guy, and it's in the same universe as Nightfall. So they exist in the same universe. So he's just a guy graduated high school. He's a young man, doesn't know what to do with his life. So he's supposed to be relatable to us when we are young, or maybe we are young, don't know what to do with our lives. And his friend has like an uncle that's in cover, and he recruits Kent. So Kent don't know what to do with his life, so he joins cover. And cover, just think of the military, the police force, and CIA all in one. They deal with things that normal police force don't deal with. Like they deal with superhumans for one thing, people with powers. So there's like a serial killer in the high school going around killing people with super strength. They'll send cover agents to that high school as teenagers to look for this person with super strength to take him out. So they deal with things that normal police forces don't deal with, along with some other missions. So that's cover for you. So out of the Nightfall universe, not every story evolves around that universe. Some stories are standalone, like Fight for Cash. Has no connection to the Nightfall universe. So in this story, the main character, Nicole, she has a husband that was an underground fighter. So he was a breadwinner, making that money fighting, doing underground fights. And she didn't really like him fighting underground because it's illegal and dangerous. But he promised her that he's going to fight one more time and he's going to retire and just open up like a martial arts gym. Only that never happened. He died. And Nicole, she gets pulled into the underground fight. So she does this to pay off her husband's debt because when he died, he left her in debt. So yes, don't do that. Don't leave your wife and your kids in debt. So her husband was foolish in that part. But she does make it right. And her husband's death may or may not have been an accident. You'll find out. Sorry if I keep turning away. Something that I just don't want to show. Fight for freedom. So a few years on passed. So now Nicole's just living on somewhat of normal life. She does get into a fight. She fights like her kids' bullies. She beats one of them like really bad and ends up in jail, like a woman's prison. And they do agree to let her out, but so here's the thing. Every fight that she wins, her sentence gets reduced. And it keeps getting reduced every time she wins a fight. So that's how this fighting system goes in this here. Yeah, I got an interesting in mind, guys. Girls of the Planet. So you're probably wondering what Girls of the Planet is about. So it's about these teenagers. They get trapped in suspended animation. They were only supposed to be in suspended animation for like a week, I think it was. Ended up being 2,000 years. So when they come up to the surface, they realize that the girls are now stronger. So the girls are like 10 times stronger than they're supposed to be. Because they altered like the X chromosome, making girls a stronger gender. Because, of course, men only have like one X chromosome. So in order to have this super strong gene, you need 2 of those X chromosomes to have them. Which is why men are to stay weaker. So this is basically a world where the women are the stronger gender. I just thought it was interesting. And the main character does fall in love with a tribal girl. She's only 16 and she runs the tribe herself. Because her mom, who was a tribal leader, died. And she has a rival tribe member named Vegas. Her name is Thea. So Thea's the good girl. And her cousin Vegas is the bad girl. So that's how that works out. And the main character, who's a boy, he's like really smart. And he does help them with things. So they all got to adjust to this new world. Cause let's be honest, you're used to the world where women are the weaker sex, and you're just having to wake up one day and women are like stronger sex on something. How would you cope with that? That's how these people feel. Crossroad. Mom, this is one book my mom actually wrote. Not wrote, but read. So this is a Christian story. So these sinners have a meeting with this angel. And the angel talks to them about their sins. So they all commit different sins. Stealing, having sex, pride, lust. And one of them even committed murder. Or multiple murders. And they all talk down on each other, saying how certain sins were like, whoa, I may steal, but I don't kill. And the other person like, well, all I do is have sex, so I'm not that bad. But then another person like, well, I just look at porn. I don't actually engage in sexual activities. So they try to justify their sin. And the other one, he just thinks he's better than everybody, which is pride. He's arrogant. And the angel lets them know that it don't matter how big or small their sin is. They're all going to the same hell if they don't change their way. So some people that you would have never thought would come to Christ, they finally come to Christ. So I'll just tell you, one of them is going to refuse to go to Christ. One of them is going to reject Christ. That's all I'm going to tell you in this story. So, and this is like the first actual Christian story that I wrote. So you feel free to check it out if you want to. The Corrector, this thing Dexter, but I'm gonna be honest with you, this one's violent. So this guy's like Dexter, and so is his girlfriend. They go around, they take care of bad people. And when I say take care, I mean the K word. I'm trying not to say it because I don't want to be demonetized. Let's put it this way. It starts off with him beating up his dad, and it's in first person view too. So you're seeing the story from his perspective, from his mind. It starts off with him attacking his dad, and it starts off like, you're probably wondering why I'm beating up my dad. You think I'm a bad guy, don't you? Let's go back before I was born. We find out that his dad actually assaulted his mom. So yeah, his dad's kind of getting what he deserved, but I'll leave that to you readers. Walking through the valley. So this is like the only actual true story. So this is about me, in case you want to know more about me. It starts all with me being a small child. Throughout my childhood, middle school years, high school years, first crutch, it goes through that. And even after high school. So let's think of like an autobiography. It's what this is about. So I just thought to point that out. Walk through the valley. You want to know more about Kent Peterson? And here's another one. It's some type of witch. I'll just tell you this one. I just don't want to say what it is because I might get demonetized. But I'll just say a little boy makes a wish and that wish come true. But this is a story that you want to see. Just put special witch and I'll know what you're talking about. I'll send the story to you. I don't even have my name on the story. Not my actual. I just have like my initials on the story. And that's basically all the stories I went over. Those are all the stories I like post up on. I publish, I should say. So these are stories I published. They're all on Amazon. So how's this going to work? So the first place winner will be able to pick one of these books for free. Second place winner is going to pick two of them for free, and the first place winner is going to pick three of these books for free. And I'm going to do a drawing. So how's this drawing going to work? So I know that you're paying attention. Just put down here on the tab, hey Kent, send me an ebook. And when I see that, I'll just write your name in the drawing. So there'll be like 3 winners for this one. So if I pull your name, if I don't pull your name, I pull somebody else's name, I mean, don't worry, you still got 2 chances to win something. And when I do the next video, I'll just get in contact with you. I'll ask you which book you want, which one of these books you want to check out. And you just tell me which one, and I'll just give it to you. I'll just send it to you. You won't have to pay anything. So, and this is where I'm going to end the video. So, if you really do want to read any of these books for free, like I said, I'll just say it again. Put down here, Kent, send me an ebook. I will know that you pay attention. But with that being said, have a good day. Bye for now.